Hi there and welcome or welcome back to the channel. Today's video we are sharing colour combinations, so you guys know every time I have a few pages saved up to share with you, I like to go through the picture I've done, the palette, the colour combinations, and share with you which pencils in which colours I've used to do that. I've got quite a lot of these videos stored up now, got a bit of a playlist of them, so I will link that down below in case you haven't seen me share my colour combos with you before. Hope you find them useful. I hope you enjoy the colours, I hope you enjoy the palettes, and you know, you're all very welcome to use anything I share. I try and use as many different pencils for you guys as I can, so that hopefully I'm covering something that most of you have. I have here Christine Karron's Fairy and Fantasy 3. I did this page a little bit back. And I do like how she came out. This has got an alcohol marker base for her skin, and I've noticed in the shiny paper in here that it doesn't tend to go so well. It's very difficult not to get any streaking, so I maybe wouldn't advise adding the alcohol marker base on this paper. Obviously it will work well for the normal Amazon. So we are just an ink background, I believe, can't really remember now, and some white gel pen. I've just made this behind the wings a little bit paler to make it look like it's translucent. It's the same trick I use for translucent fabric. I've done a video on that down below. If you want to have a little look, I'll pop it in the description, and you can see how I tone things down to colour, things like that. So we have the daffodils here are done in Prismacolor pencils. Let's just sort out some of this extreme brightness that we've got happening. It's because it's daytime, but I've got my lights on. Hopefully that will lock in there. So we have the Prismacolor pencils. We've got 1098 artichoke, 1033 mineral orange, 917 sunburst yellow, 942 yellow ochre, and 940 sand. I am just going to do what I should have done in the first place and close the blind. There we go. So that is these. Obviously the bit of blue dye can change the colour a tiny bit when if you accidentally get it on a little bit, which I tend to do. We then have the leaf colours also in Prismacolor. This is a green-brown kind of a mix. I've got 908 dark green, 988 marine green, 1094 sandbar brown, and 120 sap green light. I used a slightly different colour combo for the ribbons in her hair, just a couple of greens for that, again in the Prismacolor, and we're 908 dark green and 120 sap green light. We then have her hair, which I think this is possibly the best kind of red auburn mix that I've done before. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. So in the Prismacolor again, so I know a soft pencil, I'm crazy, but it did turn out nicely, so I do think it is one that you could use. 947 dark umber, 1082 chocolate, 1032 pumpkin orange, and 118 cadmium orange hue, along with 914 cream as the highlight. For her skin, as I say, I did use an alcohol marker base. I used a Stationery Island pencil in 29 alcohol marker, sorry, in 29 Barely Beige, which is this colour as my base. And then in Prismacolor Premier again, I used 947 dark umber, 941 light umber, 1092 nectar, 997 beige, and 927 light peach, with a little bit of 938 white for some of my kind of real highlights. For the faded skin in behind the lighter areas, I've used a slightly different colour blend. So again, I've based it with an alcohol marker. I used a Spectrum Noir illustrator for this in linen F57, I think. Is it FS7 or F? It might be FS7, that one. But just a lighter peach is what you want. And then in the Prismacolor pencils, again, I've gone 941 light umber, 1092 nectar, 997 beige, 927 light peach and 938 white, just to give this faded look in behind there. Finally, I believe her eyes, I've just used the same colour combo as the leaves, added a little bit of a yellow into that. I don't believe I wrote it down though, I'm afraid, but it's essentially the same greens with some yellow. And then the lips I did write down, and I used the Artex pencils for this in 32880 Crimson Lake, 3150 Carmine Red, 4003 Pink and 4008 Blush Pink. And that is that page in its entirety. The butterfly is the same as her hair, as are the feathers, and I do really like how she came out in the end. So that is that one. Moving on from there, I've done a page in my Johanna Basford World of Flowers. Now, we did do this together. There's a video doing this page, so I will link that down below for you guys as well. You may have noticed the end of that video's chopped off. It's missing. Had a bit of an issue when I went to put all of my footage together. I did put it in the description below the video, but not everybody always realises. But the very end is missing, but right up until that was fine. So I did share the footage I had with you guys. So that is this page. I've got a distress ink background which I've sprayed with water to release some of it, some white gel pen in there, and then the actual picture itself, I used my trusty Brute Funa squares. I know you guys like me sharing these combos because a lot of people have these now. The green blend is 079, 116 and 115. The pink flowers are 095 and 011. The orange flowers are 005 and 090. And then these kind of pinky orange hued flowers in the middle are 054, 005, 011. And also the butterflies are done in that blend. Again, like I said, if you want to see how this was actually done, there is a colour along on the channel, so you can see that one. But that is that page broken down just into the combos if you just want that. I did have fun with this page. This is the first time I've tried spraying the distress ink, and I think it was dewdrop ink as well, and it worked out really nicely. I did buy a little bit back one of those Tim Holtz Distress like little water bottles, and in fairness, I grudgingly admit I have quite enjoyed the effect. So I then have a couple of pages in my Reptiloids. Love this guy, so tends to appear. I've done this ribbons page. The background is a blue ink. And then I actually used an alcohol marker base and the Artex pencils for this one. So if you guys have been on that Artex train lately, then there's some sets here for you. I have the old Ohuhu marker set. So for the green, I based it in their number 42, just kind of, you know, a medium yellowish toned kind of green. And then in the Artex pencils, we've got 5088 lime peel, 5151 grass green, 5511 dark green, and they came up really nicely on this paper. Her skin, I used an Ohuhu marker in number 77, and that is essentially just a very pale lilac kind of colour. And then in the Artex pencils, I used 4154 lilac and 4171 violet. And then finally, so really simple page this one, I've got a lemon shea marker in number 3 rose red. You just want quite a deep pinky red. And then in the Artex, I've got 4008 blush pink and 3280 crimson lake, or I've put here, it might be lake, I might have written that wrong. And I did that page, that was fun. And then also in this book, I'd done recently this page as well. Again, just real fun page. And for this one, I have based it in a marker and then gone over in the Artex pencils again. And again, they worked really nicely on the Amazon paper. I have an Ohuhu marker in 84 for all this purple fabric. With the Artex pencils in 4154 lilac and 4171 violet. Created a lovely blend there. The mount, we'll call it a mount, and his skin have a Spectrum Noir Illustrator base in Bamboo DG2, but essentially you just want any kind of rather light to medium yellow green will do. And then in the Artex pencils we've got 5066 lime peel, 5151 grass green, 5511 dark green, and there. I like that effect. We've then got, for his uniform, I put down a base of Ohuhu marker 120. It's essentially black, just a black base. And then realised you couldn't really see any of the detail. So to bring up some of the creases and some of the, you know, the information of what's going on, I've just laid some greys over the top. In the Artex pencils, I've used 7030, which is 20% warm grey, 7130, which is 50%, and 7200, which is the 70%, just to add a little bit of detail back in. For the woodwork around the edge, and to a lesser extent a little bit lighter into the middle, I have again, I believe the difference is I've used the alcohol marker colour for my base here but not here, to give myself a different blend. So all this is the browns without the alcohol marker underneath. So for the edging, it has Ohuhu marker in 95, and then the Artex pencils for everything is 1069 goldenrod, 6101 light umber, and 6201 dark umber. For the whatever these were supposed to be, which I think in hindsight should have been green, I've done them like weird mountain range, and the pebbles underneath, I've got a Stationary Island sketch marker base in WG2 warm grey, so just a really pale French kind of well, warm grey basically, but it's got that kind of Frenchy colour to it. And then 7030 20% warm grey and 7200 70% warm grey in the Artex pencils on top of there. And then for my sky, I've just used an Ohuhu marker in number 70, which essentially was quite a dark blue. And then I've gone over top of that in Artex pencils again in 2011 cloud blue, 2022 light cerulean blue, and 2115 indigo blue. I've edged my clouds in a white gel pen. I did a little bit of silver gel pen to the metallic work because, if I'm being honest, by then I couldn't be bothered doing anything else. I've just realised I didn't colour his buttons. That won't do. Right, hang on guys. I missed a bit. Ooh. Okay. And that is that page now complete. And then I've just got one more page to share with you guys, which brings us to, in my Lynn Enchanted faces, I've done the Sadie's Dragon page, this one, and again we've got a bit of a mix. So I have layered quite a bit of this with an alcohol marker base. The background is just a black acrylic paint pen, and then her clothes and bow and the shell are done in an Ohuhu marker 65. It's a bit of a turquoise kind of a colour, with a Holbein 312 Horizon Blue as the light shade, and then Artex in 2035 Cerulean Blue and 4212 Violet Blue. This is just a Sakura Blue glitter gel pen for the edging. The greys, which are her wings, are Ohuhu marker in CG2, which is just a very, very pale grey. And then pencils are the Artex. I've got 7047, 50% cool grey, 7150 is 70%, and then 7200 is 70% of the warm grey as well. Her eyes, the dragon, are done in the Artex pencils. And we are 5511 dark green, 5099 apple green, and 5036 chartreuse. And then of course her hair, which is just pencil. I've used the Spectrum colourblend pencils that I have in blackberry, velvet and mauve. So there's a colourblend combo for you guys. And then her skin, which I'll be honest, it's not the best, so whether you use that combo is up to you. But I've got an Artex marker base in 316, which is just a very, very pale peach kind of tone. And then in the luminance over top, I've got 001 White, 242 Primrose, 872 Burnt Ochre 10%, 876 Burnt Ochre 50%, 069 Burnt Sienna, and 748 Dark Flesh. You know, I don't think it's the skin colours that are bad, I think it's my use of them, so maybe you'll do better. And that is it, guys. I hope this has been a useful set of blends for you, that you've got some of these pencils and you found maybe a couple of colour blends that you're interested in. I'm going to move my page this time because I forgot last time and I'd lost where I was for you guys. There we go. So yeah, just 5 pages this time. I've not done as much colouring lately, so I'm not quite as many to share, but I hope the few that I gave are useful. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. I know whether to continue with these then. And if you enjoy the channel, please do subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.